Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great. I am Neha Rajvanshi and I welcome you all in today's class, that is English class of class 8th. So students, we have completed reading with our chapter number 2 from the book Honeydew. The name of the chapter is The Tsunami. So in this chapter we are having 3 different parts, and in the part 1 we have read some stories of courage and survival that are related with Andaman and Nicobar Islands. In part 2 we have read about a very brave girl. Because of her girl, and we can say because of her intelligence, there were so many people who were able to save their lives. Clear? And in part 3 we have discussed this thing that animals, they are having acute hearing power, and because of that they can feel, they can hear the vibrations of the earth faster, sooner comparatively to human beings. Clear? So I am very much sure that the chapter is clear to you all, and in today's video we will solve the questions, we will see the comprehension part. So now let's begin. Question first, say whether the following are true or false. So now we are given with some of the sentence from the some of the statements, and after reading the statements we have to tell that whether these sentences they are true or they false. So let's read first. Ignatius lost his wife, 2 children, his father-in-law and his brother-in-law in the tsunami. So in the first sentence we have to tell that whether this is a fact, whether this is true, that Ignatius he lost his wife, 2 children, his father-in-law and his brother-in-law in that tsunami. So after reading the chapter we can say that yes, this is true sentence, this is a absolutely correct sentence, because when there was vibrations were there and huge and giant sea waves were there, so because of the chaos, because of the confusion that was there, 2 of his children they hold the hand of his father-in-law and his brother-in-law, and all those people, it means his 2 children and his father-in-law and brother-in-law, they all swept away because of those giant waves, and he also lost his wife in that tsunami. Clear? Second sentence, Sanjeev made it to safety after the tsunami. So in this question, in this sentence we have to tell that Sanjeev, was he able to be safe after the tsunami? So our answer is that this sentence is false. Why? Because yes, earlier he was able to save himself, his wife and his daughter, but when he jumped into the water, why? To save, to rescue one lady that was there who was crying. At that time Sanjeev and the lady, they both swept away. So yes, earlier he was able to save himself, but finally he was not able to save himself, and finally he was swept away, finally he was washed away because of the force of the waves. Third sentence, Meghna was saved by a relief helicopter. So after reading the chapter we all know that this sentence is not at all a true sentence, this is a false sentence, because when Meghna, when she was there in the sea and she was floating with the help of a wooden door, at that time she was able to see a relief helicopter that was there almost 11 times, right? But the people who were there in the helicopter, they were not able to see Meghna. Okay, so this was the reason Meghna, she was not saved by that relief helicopter. Finally she was saved because of a huge wave. Okay, and because of that wave finally she was there on the shore. So this is a false sentence. Next is, Alma's father realized that a tsunami was going to hit the island. So yes, this is a true sentence, because we have read that Alma's father, he was the first one who realized this thing. Why did he realize? Because when he saw that the sea water, it was going back, at that time he knew this fact that whenever sea water it goes back, then it comes back again with a great force, with a great power. So Alma's father, he was able to realize this thing that very soon there will be huge waves, very soon there will be giant waves, or we can say there will be tsunami. So we can say that yes, Alma's father, he realized that tsunami it was going to hit the island very soon. So this is a true sentence. Next, her mother and aunts were washed away with the tree that they were holding on to. So yes, again this is a true sentence, because when huge waves, when giant waves were there, there. At that time, Alma's mother and her aunts, they were holding a giant coconut tree, but because of the huge waves, that tree was also uprooted, and her mother and her aunts, they all washed away, they all swept away with the waves. So again, this is a true sentence. Second question, why did Tilly's family come to Thailand? So in this question we have to tell the reason, that what was the reason that Tilly's family, they came to Thailand. So now in the chapter we have read that basically Smith family, they are from England. So we have to write the reason that why Tilly's family, they are there in Thailand. So let's see the answer. Tilly's family had come to Thailand to celebrate Christmas. So it was Christmas vacation, it was 26th of December. So the reason that Smith family, or we can say Tilly's family, they were in Thailand, the reason was that they were there just to celebrate Christmas. Okay, so yes, they were there for a vacation to celebrate Christmas together. Next question, what were the warning signs that both Tilly and her mother saw? So in this question we have to write about the warning signs, or we can say about the symptoms. क्या क्या वो चीजें थी that were like warning signs for Tilly and her mother, right? So we have to write the thing that Tilly and her mother, they observed, that they noticed, and all those things, they were like warning signs. So let's see what we can write here. The warning signs that both Tilly and her mother saw were that the beach was getting smaller and smaller. Tilly saw the sea slowly rise and start to form bubble and form whirlpool. So first of all, what was the thing? First of all, you know, जो Tilly की mother थी, she realized this thing that the beach, it was getting smaller and smaller. It means the sea water, it was increasing, and the beach, it was getting smaller and smaller. And after some time, Tilly, she noticed this thing that slowly the sea level, it was rising, slowly the sea water, it was rising higher and higher, and there were bubbles and there were whirlpools in the sea waves. So we have discussed this thing, what whirlpools mean. So such kind of round waves जो थी, such waves were there in the sea, bubbles were there in the sea. So these are the symptoms, or we can say these are the warning signs that actually show this thing that, you know, something dangerous is about to happen, something very wrong is about to happen. So these were the warning signs. Because of these signs, finally Tilly, she was able to realize this thing that no, something is very wrong. Next question, do you think Tilly's mother was alarmed by them? So in this question we have to write our viewpoint, that what do we think. After reading the chapter, we can write the answer that what do we think that Tilly's mother, was she alarmed by them? So what them here means, them means the warning signs that we have discussed in the previous questions. So here we have to write that when Tilly's mother, when she observed, when she noticed all those warning signs, at that time she was alarmed, she was very attentive or not. So let's see the answer. No, Tilly's mother was not alarmed by them. So our answer is that we think that no, at that time Tilly's mother, she was not at all alarmed. Why? Because she was having no idea about tsunami. उनको tsunami के बारे में कुछ भी नहीं पता था. So yes, she was able to realize that something is wrong, but at the same time we can say that she was not alarmed at all, because she was having no idea about a tsunami. Next question, where had Tilly seen the sea behaving in the same strange fashion? So here we have to write that Tilly, she has seen the sea behaving in the same strange fashion. So what strange fashion the sea was behaving at that time? The strange fashion means there were whirlpools in the sea level, it was rising, the beach, it was getting smaller and smaller, and there were bubbles in the sea. Okay, so all these are the strange fashion in which the sea, it was behaving. So we have to write that Tilly, she has seen all these things earlier also. So we have to write where she has seen all these things earlier also, that we have to write. So let's see the answer. Tilly had seen the strange sea behavior in a video of a tsunami that had hit the Hawaii Islands in 1946. So Tilly, earlier she had seen all these symptoms, all these warning signs, or we can say all these strange behavior of the sea were in a video, and that video was of a tsunami that had hit the Hawaii Islands when in the year 1946 her geography teacher had shown her class the video. और उसने ये वीडियो देखा क्यों था? Because when she was in England, because when she was in her school, at that time her geography teacher, she had shown the entire class this video, because in geography they were having this particular topic about tsunami. So when they were discussing this topic, at that time her geography teacher, she had shown this video of tsunami that was there in Hawaii Island in the year 1946 to the entire class. And in that video, Tilly, she was able to see all such strange behavior of the sea. So now when she is in the Thailand and she is able to observe the same behavior of the sea, so at that time it was the first thing that was in her mind, that she has seen all these things earlier also in that video. Next question, where did the Smith family and the others on the beach go to escape from the tsunami? So in this question we have to write that when finally Smith family, or we can say when finally Tilly, she was able to realize, she was able to sense that something very dangerous is about to happen, and they gave warning to all the other people who were there at the beach. So at that time the Smith family and the other tourists, the other people who were there, so where finally they go to escape, where finally they all took shelter to save themselves from the tsunami. So let's see the answer. They went to the third floor of the hotel and were saved. So where they all took shelter, they went to the third floor of the hotel, and finally they were able to save themselves. Finally they all were saved. The building withstood the surge of 3 tsunami waves, and the building of that hotel, it was very strong, and earlier also it faced 3 tsunami waves, but after facing 3 tsunami waves, still the building was able to, it was able to maintain itself, it was able to withstood. Okay, ये बिल्कुल भी collapse नहीं हुई थी, बिल्कुल भी damage नहीं हुई थी, it was unharmed. So we can say that yes, the building of that hotel, it was very strong, and it has faced 3 tsunamis earlier also, and this time also it was able to survive, and this was the reason that the Smith family and the other tourists who were there inside the hotel, they all were safe, they all were unharmed. Next question, how do you think her geography teacher felt when he heard about what Tilly had done in Phuket? So in this question we have to tell about the geography teacher's reaction, because finally because of Tilly there were so many people who were able to save their lives, and Tilly was having the idea of tsunami. Why? Just because of that geography lesson, just because of that video that was shown by her geography teacher. So now finally when Tilly was there in England, and when she told each and everything to her classmates and to her teacher, especially to her geography teacher, so we have to tell the reaction of geography teacher. So students, you can write your own answer here, you can use your creativity that जो geography teacher उन्होंने कैसे react किया होगा. So let's see how can we write. She must have felt very pleased and satisfied, as because of the video shown by her in the class, Tilly was able to save the lives of so many people. So yes, we can write that it is very obvious that the geography teacher, she must have felt very pleased and satisfied. So she must be very pleased, she must be very satisfied. Why? Because of the video that was shown by her in the class that was related with tsunami, Tilly finally she was able to save the lives of so many people. So obviously the geography teacher, she must be very pleased, she must be very satisfied. Next question, in the tsunami almost 1,50,000 people died. How many animals died? So in the chapter we have read it, because of that tsunami almost 1,50,000 people, they lost their lives. So now we have to write about animals, that how many animals died in that tsunami. So our answer is that very few animals died. So comparatively to this figure, that is 1,50,000, there were very few animals who died in that tsunami. Next question, how many people and animals died in Yala National Park? So in this question we have to write about particularly this place Yala National Park, that is in Sri Lanka. We have read in the chapter. So we have to write that in Yala National Park how many peoples and animals they died because of that tsunami. So let's see the answer. 60 visitors and 2 animals died in Yala National Park. So at Yala National Park there is a beach, that is Patanangala beach. So on that beach there were almost 60 visitors were there who died, and in that national park, that is a very big, very huge national park in which there are so many animals, so many different species of birds are there, but only 2 animals died, and those 2 animals were also water buffaloes who died in that tsunami. So here we can see the difference, that where 60 human beings died, but it was the national park, so there were so many animals were there, but only 2 animals died comparatively to 60 visitors. We can see that this is a very less number, only 2 animals, that too only water buffaloes were there who died because of that tsunami. Next question, what do people say about the elephants of Yala National Park? So here in this question we have to write that when finally tsunami was there, so the people who were there at Yala National Park, they observed something about the behavior of elephants. So we have to write about that thing, that what the people they saw about the elephant, about the behavior of elephant that morning when the tsunami was there. So let's see the answer. People say that the elephants ran from the beach an hour before the tsunami hit the coast. So the people who were there present at the beach, so they noticed this thing, they observed this thing, that the elephants they ran from the beach, okay, and that too an hour before, okay. So they were running to the higher ground, they were running towards the higher side, they were leaving the beach area. So after reading this, we can all we all can be agreed to this thing, that yes, animal they can sense the coming danger, they can feel the coming danger, whatever is the reason, maybe they have the sixth sense or they are having acute hearing power, but yes, this is a fact that animals they can hear, they can feel the vibration of the earth sooner, faster than the human beings, and this was the reason almost an hour before animals were behaving like this, and elephants who were there, they were running towards the higher ground, they were leaving the beach area. Clear? Next question, what did the dogs in Gaul do? So here we have to write the behavior of dogs. So in the chapter we have read one instance of the dogs of Gaul. Gaul, again it's a place in Sri Lanka. So we have to write that what was the behavior of dogs that day when tsunami was there. So let's see the answer. The dogs in Gaul, they refused to go to the beach for their daily exercise. So that day the dogs, in fact dogs were having the sense about the coming disaster, because it was their daily routine to go out for exercise, to go out for a morning walk, right? But that day they refused, they just denied to go out. So again we can say that yes, they were having the sense, they were having the realization of the coming disaster. This was the reason that ये उनका daily routine था, daily वो जाते थे, but that day only they refused to go out. Next question, when he felt the earthquake, do you think Ignatius immediately worried about a tsunami? Give reasons for your answer. Which sentence in the text tells you that the Ignatius family did not have any time to discuss and plan their course of action after the tsunami struck? Okay, so in this question, first of all, we have to write that when Ignatius, when he felt the earthquake for the very first time early morning hours, so at that time what do we think, that he immediately worried about a tsunami. It means he realized that earthquake is there, because he realized the earth was shaking, so he was having the idea about the earthquake. But at that time, was he having any idea about the tsunami? First of all, we have to write this. Second, we have to give reasons for our answer. It means we have to support our answer, we have to justify our answer. It means if we are writing that yes, he was having the idea about tsunami, so we have to write the reasons that why are we saying so. And if our answer is that no, he was having no idea about tsunami at that time, so again we have to give reasons to support our answer. Next, in the text we have read about this incident, so we have to pick out the sentence from the text from the chapter that tells us that the Ignatius family, they were having no time to discuss and plan their course of action finally when the tsunami was there, finally when the giant waves were there. Okay, so we have to pick out the sentence जिसको पढ़ने के बाद हम कह सकते हैं that they were having no time कि वो plan कर पाएं कि okay अब हमें ये करना चाहिए, हमें वहाँ जाना चाहिए. So they were having no time. How can we say so? So we have to pick out the sentence. We have to write that sentence from the chapter. So now let's see the answer. No, Ignatius did not think about the tsunami. So first of all, we are writing the answer about the thing that at that time when finally he was having the idea about the earthquake, at that time he did not realize about the coming tsunami. So we are writing that no, he was not having any idea about tsunami. He thought that it was just an earthquake, and he thought that it was just an earthquake is there, and he was having not at all idea about tsunami. So he took the television off the table and put it on the ground. So now we are writing the reason to support our answer that why are we saying so. So at that time Ignatius, he was worried about the earthquake only. This was the reason. What was his first action? First of all, he took the television off the table and put it on the ground because he was worried about the earthquake only. His family did not have time to discuss and plan their course of action. And again we are writing this answer that finally when tsunami was there, finally huge and giant waves were there, at that time Ignatius family, they were having no time that they could have discussed, they could have planned that what they should do now. So they were having no time because जो tsunami थी, जो giant waves थी, वो already आ चुकी थी जब उनको ये realize होता है, and at that time they were having no time to discuss. The following sentence tells about the chaos and confusion, and now we are writing the sentence that is there in the chapter, that is there in the text that we all have read, that actually show this thing, that actually show about the chaos, about the confusion that was there. So this is the sentence. Two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. So this is the sentence that actually supports our answer. So the sentence is that two of his children, they caught hold of hands of their mother's father, it means maternal grandfather, and mother's brother means maternal uncle, and they rushed in the opposite direction. So we can say that such a chaos, such a confusion was there that जिसको जो मिल रहा था वो वहीं जा रहा था, वहीं भाग रहा था. So Ignatius, he was running in other direction, and two of his children, they were running in opposite direction. So such a chaos, such a confusion was there, and they were having no time to discuss, to plan something, right? Because huge giant waves were there, water was there everywhere, so they were running, they were just running to save their lives. Okay, so we can say that yes, a huge chaos, a huge confusion was there, and yes, they were having no time to discuss and plan something. Next question, which words in the list below describe Sanjeev in your opinions? In the chapter we have read one story about Sanjeev. So after reading the story of Sanjeev, now we are having some words. So we have to pick out some words to describe Sanjeev, to describe his personality, to describe his nature. So let's see the words. We are having cheerful. Cheerful we all know it means happy. We are having brave means courageous. We are having selfless. Selfless is a person who always think about other people also. Ambitious means a person who always wanted to have so many things in his life, who always wanted to do so many things in his life. Careless means who is having no care, no worry. Heartless means who is not at all kind, it means, right? And brash means a person who is very rude, very aggressive. Heroic, again we can say it is a synonym of brave. humorous means funny. Okay, so we are having all these words, and now we have to choose words to describe the personality of Sanjeev. So we have read the story of Sanjeev. We have read that finally he jumped into the water to save the life of a lady. Okay, and because of that he also swept away. So after reading his story, we can choose the word. So we are having these options. So in these options we can choose that Sanjeev, yes, he was very brave, he was heroic, and he was selfless. He was selfless. This was the reason he jumped into the water. He knew that it is very risky, but he was having no care about himself. He just wanted to save the life of that lady who was crying. So he was selfless. This was the reason he jumped, and yes, he was very brave, he was very heroic. Clear? Next question. Use words from the list to complete the 3 sentences below. So now again we have to use the same words that we have discussed earlier also, and we are given with 3 sentences. We are having some blanks, so we have to complete these sentences using those words that we have discussed earlier, right? So let's read the first one. I don't know if Sanjeev was. It means in this sentence we have to write that after reading that particular part of Sanjeev that we have read in the chapter, we cannot say about these things about संजीव. इट मीन्स उसकी पर्सनैलिटी में बहुत सारी चीज़ें होंगी, बट हमने सिर्फ एक इंसिडेंट पढ़ा है, एंड आफ्टर रीडिंग दैट इंसिडेंट वी आर नॉट श्योर, वी कैन नॉट से दैट वेदर ही वॉज हैविंग दीज क्वालिटीज और नॉट. लाइक वन क्वालिटी वी आर गिवन विथ दैट इज cheerful. So after reading that particular incident, we cannot say that in his personality he was cheerful or not. Similar two more things we have to write here. So we can write ambitious. We cannot say whether he was ambitious or not, and we cannot say that he was humorous or not. Maybe he was ambitious, cheerful or humorous, or maybe he was not ambitious, he was not cheerful, he was not humorous, but we cannot say because we just read a small amount about his life, about his personality. So after reading that amount, we cannot say, we are not sure about these qualities that he was having or not. Clear? Second sentence is I think that he was. It means in this sentence we have to write the qualities that we are very much sure he was having. So we can write that I think that he was very brave. So one quality we are given with that, yes, we all are agreed with this thing that Sanjeev, he was very brave. Again we have to complete this sentence writing two more qualities that we are sure he was having. So we can write that he was brave, and he was heroic, and he was very selfless. He was selfless. This was the reason he jumped, and he was definitely very brave. He was definitely very heroic. Clear? Third sentence is Sanjeev was not. So after reading that amount, after reading that instance from his life, we have to write that we can say this thing, we are very much sure this thing, that Sanjeev, he was not at all a heartless person. Clear? And again we have to write two more things that we are very much sure that Sanjeev, he was not at all like that. So he was not at all a heartless person. Similarly, he was not at all a careless person, and he was not at all a brash person. Brash means very rude, or we can say very aggressive. So yes, he was kind, he was humble, and he was very careful. Okay, so yes, he was not at all careless, he was not at all brash, and he was not at all heartless person. Clear? Next question, how are Meghna and Alma's stories similar? So in this chapter we have read two different stories. One was about Meghna, second was about Almas. So now we have to write that after reading both stories, after reading about both the girls, how can we say that there are some similarities, there are some common features in both the stories? Okay, so we have to find out the similarity, we have to find out the common features that are there in both the stories. So let's see the answer. Meghna and Almas both were lucky. So first of all, what is the common feature, what is the similarity? The first common feature is that both the girls, they were lucky. Why we are saying so? Because finally both the girls, they were able to survive in this tsunami, they were able to survive in this huge disaster. Okay, Meghna was carried away with her parents and other people. So first of all we are writing about Meghna. So we have read that Meghna, she was carried away away, she was swept away, she was washed away with her parents and other people, but she alone survived. But finally she was the only girl, she was the only human being that was able to survive. She was washed ashore by a wave. And how she was able to survive? She was able to survive because finally she was having a wooden door and she was floating on that wooden door, and finally because of a huge wave again she was there on the shore. Clear? Almas climbed onto a log of wood, and now we are writing about Almas. So we have read in the chapter that Almas finally she was able to find a log of wood and she climbed on that log of wood. When she opened her eyes, she found herself in a hospital in Kamorta, and after that she just fainted. And when finally she opened her eyes, when finally she was back to consciousness, then she found that she is in a hospital that was in Kamorta. Clear? So these are the stories that we have read in the chapter. Now again we are discussing some of the common features. Both the girls lost their entire families because of this tsunami and were traumatized. So what was the common feature? What is the similarity? The similarity is that both the girls, they lost their entire families, they lost their parents and the other members of the family because of this tsunami, and finally both the girls, they were traumatized. They faced a lot of mental pressure, they face a lot of mental torture because of that tsunami, because of that disaster. Okay, so yes, we can say that both the girls, they were lucky enough that they were able to survive, but at the same time they lost their entire families and they faced a lot of mental pressure and depression. Clear? Next question, what are the different ways in which Tilly's parents could have reacted to her behavior? What would you have done if you were in their place? So in this question, first of all, we have to write about the different ways in which Tilly's parents, they could have reacted to her behavior. So what behavior? We have read in the chapter that finally when Tilly, she was able to sense, she was able to realize about the coming disaster. At that time she was crying, she was shouting, okay, and she was giving warning to each and everyone to leave the beach immediately, and she was behaving very hysterically, right? So at that time जो टिली के parents थे, so in which way they could have reacted, that we have to write first of all, and secondly we have to write that if we were in their place, if we were in Tilly's parents, okay, then what would we have done? Okay, so let's see the answer. Tilly foresaw the danger of tsunami at once. So first of all, Tilly, she was able to realize, she was able to feel, and actually she foresaw the danger of coming tsunami at once when she saw that, you know, whirlpools are there in the water, sea level is rising and there are bubbles and foam in the water. At that time she was able to realize this thing that very dangerous tsunami is about to come. She became hysterical. So definitely it is very obvious that she was very hysterical, she was like mad, she was behaving like a crazy person. Her parents didn't ignore her, and at the time her parents, when they saw the behavior of their daughter, so they did not ignore her behavior aspect. They were sure that something wrong must be going to happen, and yes, they were clueless about tsunami, but they were sure that something very dangerous is about to happen. So they all left the beach and were saved, and this was the reason that they all followed the instruction, they all followed the warning that was given by Tilly, and finally they all left the beach, and this was the reason that they all were saved. The another way in which her parents could have reacted was to ignore her worries and not to give any attention towards her. And now we are writing about the other way कि उसके जो parents थे वो किस तरह से और react कर सकते थे. So what was the other way? So the other way was that maybe her parents, they could have reacted was to ignore her worries. Okay, so maybe वो ignore कर देते, उनको लगता that Tilly, she is a small girl, okay, so she is having no idea why she is behaving so maybe they could have ignored her reactions, her worries, and maybe they could not leave the beach, and maybe they could not give the attention towards Tilly. Okay, so this was the other option that her parents, they could have reacted. If I were in the place of her parents, I would have taken care of her advice and left the beach immediately. And now we are writing that if we were in the place of her parents, then you know what would be our reaction. So we are writing that if I were in the place of her parents, then definitely I would have taken care of her advice, I would have taken care of her warnings, and definitely I would left the beach immediately, because here she was so sure that something very dangerous is about to happen, and she was so confident that she was crying, she was behaving very hysterically, and she was giving warning to each and every one. So definitely हम बिल्कुल भी इग्नोर नहीं करती, हम उन सभी वार्निंग्स को सुनते और हम बीच को इमीडिएटली छोड़ देते. Next question, if Tilly's award was to be shared, who do you think she should share it with, her parents or her geography teachers? In this question, we are given with this thing that if Tilly's award was to be shared, it means Tilly को जो सारे awards मिले थे because of her bravery, so if she has to share her award with, okay, so we are given with two options and we have to choose one option that is most suitable. So we have to choose that she should share her award with her parents or with her geography teacher, and again we have to support our answer. Which option we are choosing, we are picking, we have to support answer, we have to give reasons. Okay, so if Tilly she is sharing her award, so वो किसको choose करे, she should share her award with her parents or with her geography teacher. So let's see the answer. It is very obvious. So after reading the chapter we can say that it is very obvious, no point to discuss this thing कि वो अपना अवार्ड किसके साथ शेयर करे. Tilly's award should be shared with her geography teacher, and I am very much sure that you all are agreed with this thing and you all are having the same answer that Tilly's award it should be shared with her geography teacher only. Her parents could not guess the tsunami was coming because Tilly was able to save the life of so many people just because of the video, just because of the geography lesson, okay, that was given by her geography teacher. And at that time Tilly's parents, they were having no idea about tsunami, they were clueless about tsunami, okay, so parents की वजह से नहीं, but because of her geography teacher, finally Tilly she was able to save the life of so many people. Next question, what are the two different ideas about why so few animals were killed in the tsunami? Which idea do you find more believable? So in this question, first of all, we have to write the two different ideas, the two different opinions that are there related to this thing, that why so few animals were killed in the tsunami. So yes, this is a fact that in that tsunami, comparatively to human beings, there were very few animals who died. So why this happened? So for that we are having two different ideas, two different opinions. So first of all we have to write those two different ideas, and secondly we have to choose one idea, one opinion that is more believable according to us, that is more trustworthy according to us. Okay, so let's see the answer. Very few animals were killed in the tsunami. So yes, this is true, this is a fact that in that tsunami there were very few animals who died. Perhaps they feel the tremor much before humans do. Secondly, the animals have sixth sense. So we are having two different ideas about this thing, about the reason. So according to first idea, maybe that they feel, they hear the tremor, or we can say the shakes of the earth much before the humans do. Okay, and according to second idea, the animals they are having sixth sense. So these are the two ideas, two different opinions. The first opinion says that animals they are having sixth sense, and according to second idea, that is about the experts idea, according to experts, animals they are having acute hearing power, and because of that hearing power they are able to hear, they are able to feel the vibrations, or we can say the tremors much before, faster comparatively to human beings. Clear? These are the two different ideas. They can guess the coming disaster and so run away to safer places, that is higher ground. Okay, and because of that animals they can guess the coming disaster, they taken guess that something wrong, something dangerous is about to happen, and this was the reason that they were able to run away to safer places, that is higher ground. The idea that the animals are gifted with the acute hearing power is much believable, and now we are writing about the idea that is much trustworthy, that is more believable according to us. So we are writing that the idea that the animals, they are gifted with the acute hearing power, the opinion that is according to expert also, that animals, they are having acute hearing power, and because of that power they are able to hear, they are able to feel the vibrations of earth. So this idea is more believable. They move fast to get over the crisis, and this was the reason that they were having the realization, they were having the feeling about the coming disaster, and they move fast to get over the crisis. They just run to higher ground, okay, because yes, they were sure that the earth is having vibrations, earth is shaking, and they were very much aware about the coming disaster, they were very much aware about the coming tsunami, and this was the reason they all left the beach area and they just ran to higher ground. Clear? So students, we have discussed, we have completed all the questions that are there in the chapter. I hope the chapter and all the question answers, everything is clear to you all. In the next video, we will start reading with our next poem. See you in the next video. Thank you.